Good morning. Hey, y'all. Hey, how are y'all doing? I know it's been 2 weeks since we have been together. So let me know how you guys have been, what's been going on. If you're working on something new that I can cheer you on with, let me know. Let me know. I want to know. It feels like it's been, oh gosh, ew. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, I feel like it's been forever. Like I don't oh, there hasn't been a time that I took 2 weeks back to back. So, if anything, excuse my voice. If anything, it's been where I might miss a week because I'm either sick or I'm going somewhere or whatever it may be. But this time I was sick and then I went out of town. And so here we are. Here we are. We're back. And it is, what is it? What is it? Y'all know I always have to check the calendar, right? So it is what would you consider this? Like the third week of June or the second? Because the first week was like half the week. So I don't know. But second, third, we are in the middle of June. Can y'all believe that? We're about to be in July. And if y'all don't know, July is my birthday month. So it has a special place in my heart. And not only is it my birthday month, it's my father's birthday month and my mother-in-law's birthday month. So it's very special. In fact, we're all born on the same day. So yeah. But we're getting closer to July. We are getting further into the year. And it's just been, for at least for me, I've been able to see so much goodness. So much has happened. So much has unfolded. So much, I mean, there's so much that I've learned just in this time. And so, and despite, and I want to highlight this, despite my situation, like most of you guys know. And if you don't know, you can watch some of my videos because I openly talk about where we are financially, what's going on. I, ain't nothing changed. Nothing has changed. I'm still in the same position, the same circumstance, but that is not dictating how I am viewing life and how I am moving in my life. So that is an important thing that we have to remember, like how we move and how we walk and what we are focused on. That is not dictated by what is going on around us. Like that is the last thing that you want to do is allow your circumstances and your exterior to control your interior. That's not how it is. We work from the inside out, okay? This is how we do here. So I don't know if y'all familiar with it, but I'm gonna need you to get on board, okay? I would need you to get on board. So today we are going to be talking about letting go. All right. I did a short video earlier. Was it? It's not earlier this week. It was last week, right? Y'all, the days be just just going. I don't know. But I posted it, okay? So we'll say it was a couple of days ago. And I want to go a little bit deeper into this and into what I talked about because it is so important, and I literally wanna talk about it because the dots are connecting for me. So and I know I take a little bit long to process stuff, okay? So when you tell me something, I filter it through so many different things. Like I'm analyzing like every piece of it and just like, okay, so what, and trying to make sense of it in my head. So a lot of times I'll understand, like I'll get something, I'll receive the knowledge, and it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But I really don't know it, but on a surface level. And for me, in order to really internalize it, I have to understand it on a deep foundational level. And for me to get there, Lord knows, sometimes I have to be put in certain situations that is going to bring that out. That now, because of my situation, it's like, oh, wait, so that's how you let go. Oh, that's how you detach from the outcome. Oh, that's how you surrender. Oh, that's what that means by enjoy. That's what you want me to do. Like, it's so many things that I've been told that I just didn't understand enough to be able to actually implement it. And so I wanna highlight that because that just came out of nowhere. But sometimes that happens, and I want us to have enough grace for ourselves and understanding that we are we are on this journey and we don't know what the heck we're doing. We don't know. You've never done this before. So opening your heart and opening up your mind to the fullest extent of where I am allowing God to lead me. One, that takes you being very vulnerable, right? One, and then two, that has you where you are now on a journey of figuring out surrender and how that applies and how that is shown in your life, and submitting, right? And still maintaining yourself and still being true to yourself, but allowing yourself and still setting goals, still doing things, having things that you want to achieve, but kind of detaching from what it is that you really want and saying, okay, but your will be done. You know how much do you know how hard that is sometimes? So you simply saying that's what you want to do, one, I commend you. I commend you for that because that takes a certain level of strength. First of all, to be able to say, you know what, that's what I want. That's what I want. And that's the first step. And then two, it's like you you now, on top of you saying, this is what I want to do, you are now moving in that direction, right? So you're like, okay, I don't really know where to start. I don't know how to do this, but I want to. So I'm going to trust you enough to lead me and guide me where I want to go. So now, too, you've opened yourself up for it, right? So if you're there, I commend you because that takes a certain level, too. So it takes a certain level for you to accept the fact that that's what you want to do, right? And to state it. And then, two, it takes another level for you to sit there and open yourself up to be led, right? And to be formed and molded into whatever it is that you need to become, right? And opening yourself up to be able to hear from him and to be able to receive the guidance. So then we've got that level. And then we've got it where we've got another step, right? Another step of where not only now are we opening up, we are seeking this information. We're seeking him to be able to gain the knowledge, to be able to get the guidance, right? So we're seeking this. Like, look, seek and you shall find. That's where we're on. We're on this mission. And then it's where, okay, not only am I seeking, but I am implementing what it is that you're giving me. So there's different levels to this, one. And then two, this is all experimental. Like you don't know what it is that you're doing. So, yes, it may be times that you drop the ball. It may be where you're trying to figure this thing out at the cost of something else. It may be that. It may be so many things that you feel like you should be doing, or you're not doing this right, or this, that, and the other. And oh my gosh, I should be doing more of this. Let that look. This is why we're talking about letting go. Let that go, right? Let that go. What are you doing right now? This journey, if you're deciding to embark on it, right, is the most important journey that you will ever have. Because I am going to tell you this. The moment that you say yes, the moment that you're like, you know what, I want to be guided, that is when your life will actually start. You might think you're living right now, but you ain't scratching the surface if you ain't on this journey, honey. You aren't scratching the surface. And I need you to start scratching. Not only do I need you to start scratching, I need you to start digging. I need you to start digging because that is when and that is how your life will change. But it doesn't change until you start letting go. You don't start receiving what it is that you want. And it's not the what do you say? I done lost my word. Um, because that just did something to me right there. But uh, it's not necessarily the financial aspects, the tangible things that it is that we're saying that we want. And I literally just had a conversation yesterday, last night with my husband about sometimes we ask for things from God, and we're like, why didn't he answer it? You know, he didn't answer my prayer. And then we're up in arms and we're upset because he didn't answer what it is that we were saying that we wanted. So let's say we wanted a $10,000 or whatever. I'm asking for this and you didn't come through. You didn't give it to me. So why is that? Like, what am I doing wrong? Why are you ignoring me? I know that you can, so why didn't you do it? And we wonder what is going on. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you come through? And then sometimes we get upset. We start to get resentful. We start to allow that to chip at our trust and our faith. So going into the next time that we're asking, we're not asking as boldly as we did before because we just got hurt back there. We just, you didn't come through for me back there. You disappointed me over there. So I don't know about asking you again. I'm going to ask, but look, I'm going to have but if this doesn't happen strategy. Okay. Because I don't know about you. And this is what we do when sometimes when we don't get what we want. But one of the things that we were talking about is that sometimes God doesn't give that to you, right? In the form, in the manner that you think that it should be given. So if I'm asking for $10,000, right? If I'm putting my situation in there, right? If I'm asking for $10,000 because, and what I think on the surface is I'm asking for $10,000 because I want to pay my bills, I want to do this, I want to do that. But if you uncover it, right? If you peel back the layers and if I did that work, I'm asking for $10,000 because I want to feel safe. Okay. All right. So would it be in my best interest for God to give me that $10,000 and for it to now feed my feeling that money is going to provide safety for me? No. Some of us are asking for money because we want to feel free. We want freedom. So, and that's what I'm like. Sometimes it's where God is withholding these things, and yes, they're good things and we think they're good for us, and it could be good for us, but it may not be good for us in that moment, and that's sometimes why you get not yet, not yet. It's not a no. I'm not going to answer your prayer at all. It's a not yet on that specific request, but if you really dig deep enough, he is actually answering what it is that you actually asked for. Because if I'm asking for money because I want to feel safety, right? But he knows that money isn't where my safety comes from, nor is it where he wants me to continue thinking that this is where my safety comes from. So instead, he answers it a different way. So he allows me to see, he puts me in situations in which I can see that my safety doesn't come from money. And so, in a sense, he answered my prayer because he gave me the actual feeling. He gave me what it is that I wanted to feel. It wasn't about the material things. It wasn't about the tangible thing that I was actually asking for. It was because of the feeling attached to it. So a lot of times it's where we won't see that because we're so focused on what we did not receive and how he didn't answer our specific prayer. And we're too hurt. We're too disappointed. We're too resentful. We're too up in arms. We're too upset to really pay attention to the fact that actually he's working. And he is answering my prayer. He just answered in a different way. That's what a good father does. And this is what he is. So before I get into really what we're getting into, it's already 6:16. And I feel like I'm preaching already. Oh my gosh. But before we do, fully get into this. Let me pray, y'all. Let me pray. So, dear Lord, thank you for everything that you've done for us, everything that you continue to do for us. Thank you for showing up and showing out. Thank you for allowing us to be able, thank you for being trustworthy. Thank you for the fact that we can put all our eggs in your basket and they'll never drop. Thank you for having our backs, our fronts, our sides covered. Thank you for just being there. Thank you for always being a consistent presence in our lives, even when we ain't ready for it, even when we don't even see it, even when we walked away. Thank you for still remaining there. You are always there, ready for us to just come back at any moment. And I just thank you for your grace. I thank you for your mercy. I thank you for having us covered. I thank you, like, I don't think I can say that enough. The grace that you extend, the love that you give. I just ask that some of that just rain down on us and just cover us of where we're able to reciprocate that and give that to other people. Lord, I just ask that you just, yeah, I don't even know what else you can do other than just be you. And I'm so thankful for what you do for us and for how you show up for us, regardless of how we may treat you. You consistently show love, you consistently show up, and you consistently show out. And I just ask that you just move through me so we are all, everybody that's on this call, everybody who's listening to this, whether it be now live or whether it be on the replay, Lord, I just ask that you work in us, work through me to work through us, and just bring us to the point where we are ready, we are willing to be able to receive your guidance. We understand the importance of following you, of allowing us to be vulnerable, to be open, to be authentic, to live our lives authentic to who you created us to be, and to be able to release comparison, release doubt, release worry, and just understanding that we gain so much by letting go. Lord, I really ask that you hit this point home. I ask that you work through me. That you work in me, that you be that I just want to be the mouthpiece, Lord. You know how I work, you know how I operate. I don't want anything to come from me that doesn't come from you. So, Lord, I ask that you work in me, work through me. Just put Christina aside and just be here and just show up as you always do. Thank you for everything that you've done and continue to do for us. Amen. All right, so we're gonna get into letting go. All right, so we done gotten that piece of just taking that initiative, right? And saying that this is what we're ready to do, and extending grace to ourselves, and understanding that on this journey we are going to make mistakes, and that's okay, because as I just highlighted in my prayer, the Lord, he's there. He is literally there. Just like for any of y'all that have kids, you know good and well, like if you love them, you don't care what that child has done. Like if they've fallen off, and let's say, and that's what that was the that was the thing that I was saying last night. If they haven't been nice to you for 20 years, right? 20 years. And you're just like, okay, I'm gonna love you, but I'm gonna love you from afar right now, but I'm always here. Let that baby call you and be like, Ma or Dad, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm ready to change. You would be like, what? You would drop everything and go. You'd be like, yes, come here, hug in on him. What can you do for him? How can you support him? Anything that they ask for, you're like, here you go. So why do we think it's different when it comes to God? Like, why is that? But that's a whole conversation for another time. That may be next Wednesday that we talk about this, because we're gonna have to go a little bit deeper in that too. But for now, we're gonna talk about letting go. All right. So I want us to really understand the importance of letting go and what I mean by that. And so I've talked about letting go of the outcome. I've talked about creating goals, right? And setting goals and saying that this is something that we aspire to do and aspire to be. And that's great. But once you create those, then releasing them, right? And it's so then I always get the question, like, how? How are you supposed to do that? How am I supposed to act as if I didn't create these goals? I did. And so even people are saying, like, put this on my wall and remind myself every day that I created these goals. So how is it where I'm supposed to release it? So I'm just going to give you a snippet of what has happened. And so hopefully that will put things in perspective for you, right? So I'm going to do a full video on YouTube about what actually went down while I was in Miami. Like, who did I meet? Who was I supposed to meet? How did I know that I met the right person? How did I know that this, like, all that stuff I'm going to go into detail about, later, because this isn't it right here, but I will. But as some of you guys know, I went to Miami this past week, and it I didn't know why I was going. I didn't know why I was going down there, except for the fact that I knew that I was going to meet somebody. That was the only thing that I knew. But I was called to go to Miami for a business conference, and as most of you guys know, I, I'm releasing my business. So I'm like, I'm in a season now that you're telling me to kind of let that go and let my business go. But yet you want me to go to business conference? Like, this isn't making sense. And then you want me to spend money on top of that to go down there for something. I'm confused. I'm confused on what's happening. So I ended up doing it anyway, right? I'm just like, okay, so clearly you're leading me down here, telling me there's somebody I need to meet. So I'm gonna go ahead and follow. I'm gonna go. And so one of the things that I did and I made sure to do is that when I got there, I was like, okay, I am going to prioritize enjoyment. And this is one of the things that I'm going to talk about in my video about what I've been told to do. And that's one of the things is prioritize enjoyment. And honey, I didn't get that. I didn't understand it when I first got it, but I understand it now. So I was like, I'm going to prioritize my enjoyment. So the only thing that I had on my list to do while I was down there is to hit the beach and to get a tan. Y'all see this? Y'all see this tan? Yeah. Okay. So that's all I wanted to do. That was it. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to eat good food. I wanted to spend time at the beach and I wanted to get a tan. That was it. I wasn't concerned about who it was that I was going to meet there because I already knew that whoever I was supposed to meet, that was going to work itself out. And my husband and I had a conversation. It was like a couple weeks before I even went, and that prepared me as well because he told me, he was like, okay, look, I want you to know this, right? Just because he's telling you to go down there, and even with knowing that you're supposed to meet somebody, it does not mean that you will know that you met that person, right? You might come back and you might be thinking that nothing happened, but you did meet the right person and it'll all come together when it's supposed to come together. So I need you to come back knowing that whatever you went down there to do, it was accomplished, whether you understand that or whether it was brought to your attention or not. So I was already prepared to, okay, I know that this is the goal. I know that this is the reason why I'm going down there, but I'm releasing the outcome and how that actually plays out. Because I know that if I set this as not if I set this as a goal, but I know that if you told me this is what's going to happen and this is what's going to go down, it's going to happen. Okay. It's going to happen regardless of the fact. So I'm going to let that go. I'm not going to worry about, and that's one of the things that I didn't do. I didn't go down there searching for who it was that I was supposed to meet. Like, oh, I know I'm supposed to meet somebody. So who is it at any time? Oh, I got to make the conference. I got to be at the conference exactly when it starts at 8 a.m. I got to be there. I got to make sure I got to stay there the entire time. I got to make sure I'm meeting this person. I ain't do any of that. I ain't doing any of that. In fact, it was where the first day of the conference, it was supposed to be raining and thunderstorming the entire time that I was down there. And so I was like, yo, if there's any bit of sunlight, I am going to get it. So the first day of the conference, I woke up and it was sunny. I was like, oh, I'm going to the beach. I'm going to the beach. So I put my little headphones in And I was listening to part of the conference while I was there, while I was at the beach. I wasn't concerned of like, oh, well, I can't miss a moment. No, I did what it was that I felt that I needed to do. And at that moment, it was being on the beach and enjoying myself. And while I was there, then I started getting a little feeling of just like, oh, okay, I think I'm done. I think I'm done here. And I think I'm going to go ahead, get a shower, get, wrapped up and everything, and get ready to go because I'm going to go to the conference. And I followed that. I allowed myself to feel. I allowed myself to be led. I didn't think about what I should be doing, and I didn't act off of anxiety because I'm thinking about the things that I may be missing out on. I allowed myself to feel and I allowed myself to be guided. So when I got up and I left to go, it's because I felt like I needed to go. And when I did, those things just aligned and I met the person that I was supposed to meet in the craziest in the way possible. I mean, it was just crazy. But these things aligned because I allowed myself to be led. And so what it made me think about is how much or how important it is for us to really know what it is that we are supposed to be doing in this moment, right? And what it is, where it is that God is telling us to go in this moment, right? So it is so important for us to know this, because why it's so important is because our journey may not look like anybody else's. So I know that you can get a lot of things from books. I know that you can get a lot of things from Google. I know that you can get a lot of things from going to school. I know that you can get a lot of things from your parents and from other people who are within the business or whatever it may be, from mentors, from coaches. You can get a lot of stuff from everywhere. And there is no knock on receiving the knowledge, right? But I want you to receive the knowledge. I want you to gain the knowledge. I want you to find out everything that you can do within what it is that you're actually playing in, whatever field that you're playing in. I want you to find out everything that you can do, but you need to figure out what you should do, right? There's nothing wrong with figuring out what you can do, but you need to seek and find what it is that you should do. And the way that you do that is to have this communication with God and to have this relationship and to be open and willing to be able to depart from what it is that you think should occur and how you think things should happen, and saying, okay, you revealed this vision to me, or I have this goal that I set, or I have this thing that I'm trying to do, and I am trusting you to lead me, even though I think, I know how it can happen because I've read, because I've done the research. I know what can be done, but I need to know what should be done. What should I be doing in this situation? And what this does, how this works, and why this is so beautiful for you to actually embrace this, is because when we are doing that, when we are releasing what it is that we think should happen, or we're trusting God to give us guidance for what it is that we should be doing, that is how you're taking the road less traveled, right? And when it's less traveled, that means that it's not as busy. It's not as much traffic. So you're going through a I guess you're going on a road, as I say, going through a path, but you're going on a road that you won't experience as much pain as you would had you chosen to do it your way. So when I say this, I want to take this back. I want to dig a little bit deeper on the pain, right? because this isn't saying that you choosing to follow God and you going down that road and you saying, okay, I'm opening myself up to be led. That is not saying that you are going to miss out on everything, right? And you just gonna have, it's just gonna be smooth sailing. You aren't gonna get cut. You aren't gonna get burnt. You aren't gonna get hit. You aren't gonna, no, not at all. You are still open to that. But you know that in this, every single thing, every bump, every bruise, every hit that you get and you receive, you know it is for a reason, and it's for your good. This isn't something that I'm just bringing on myself, but a lot of times it's where when we step outside of what it is that he actually wants us to do in this moment, right? So I'm going to take me for example. I'm just going to use myself. Um, y'all know what my goal is. Y'all know what the vision that has been revealed for me is, that I'm on stage and I'm talking to millions of people, right? Thousands, millions of people. It's just filled up. And I'm talking, and I want to become a world-renowned speaker, right? Everybody, you know my name, and I just travel places and I'm helping people, and I'm making moves, and I'm transforming lives, and I'm doing all this stuff. It's big and it's grand, right? So if I were to tell that to somebody, right? So like a business coach or somebody that's supposed to be helping me achieve these goals. So if I'm telling that to somebody, the what they would be saying, right? When any logical person would be saying this, it's like, look, you need to be seeking out opportunities to speak. You need to be, if you see yourself on stage, then you need to be on stage. Like you need to be either contacting schools to be able to see whether you can speak, contacting this organization, doing this, like making the calls, trying to figure it out, getting in front of people, going to different meetings, networking, doing all this different stuff, right? And that stuff makes sense. It makes sense. So essentially, I should be grinding in this area. I should be reaching out. I should be put in all, not all the time just pushing have a negative connotation, but I should be pushing for it, right? You should be pushing for your goals. You should be really out there like, I'm gonna get this. Great. So that's awesome, because I know that these are the things that I can be doing. I know that these are the things that some people do, and it works very well for them. But what I did different is to figure out what I should be doing in this moment, because I spent a lot of time doing what I can do, right? And not only knowing what I can, but implementing the things that I thought I should be doing. And what I did was just drive myself in circles because it wasn't the right thing for me. So I caused a lot of unnecessary pain for me because I'm wondering why I'm not going anywhere. Why do I feel stuck? Why is this not happening? Why are things not popping off the way that I thought that they would? Why is it not where my situations is not matching what it is that you shown me? Like, what am I doing wrong? And I just kept going around in circles until I stopped and I said, okay, well, what should I be doing? What should I do? And what I'm seeing is that my journey doesn't look like what I thought I should be doing. The things that I'm being told to do, sometimes it seems like it has absolutely no connection to where it is that I want to go. And this is what I want you to understand is that when you do that, it may not seem like there is a connection, but that's okay. This is a part of letting go of how you think things should unfold. This is a part of letting go of the outcome. Letting go of the outcome is how it actually occurs. We know that, okay, if God has promised you that you're gonna be on TV one day, you're gonna have a movie, or you're gonna write a movie, you're gonna be a director, whatever it is that He's promised you. You know that that's the end goal. You know that this is going to happen. It's up there. So now you don't have to sit there and stress and worry about how this is going to occur. You don't have to sit there and look up every 5 seconds and be like, oh my gosh, it doesn't even seem like I'm close. Oh my goodness, when is this going to happen? Oh my gosh. And then you're taking anxious movements. This isn't good morning. Hey, hey. It's not, this isn't where we don't take that type of action. We don't have to take that type of action. And this is when we're causing that pain. This is when we're causing us to be derailed from the actual plan, is when we start thinking about what it is that we actually think we should be doing, and we're acting from our understanding rather than God's understanding. And that is when, oh my gosh, when I was talking about this with my husband, one of the things that he said was his thoughts are not our thoughts, right? And so that led us to Isaiah 55. And so I'm going to read this. Now I'm going to, let me see if I'm going to read the whole verse. But yeah, it's not that long. It's not that long. So I'm going to read it real quick. So this is Isaiah 55, y'all. Isaiah 55. It says, "Come, everyone who thirsts, come to the waters, and he who has no money, come buy and eat. Come buy wine and milk without money and without price. Why do you spend your money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which does not satisfy? Listen diligently to me and eat what is good, and delight yourselves in rich food. Incline your ear and come to me. Hear that your soul may live. And I will make with you an everlasting covenant, my steadfast, sure love for David. Behold, I made him a witness to the peoples, a leader and commander for the peoples. Behold, you shall call a nation that you do not know, and a nation that did not know you shall run to you, because of the Lord your God and of the Holy One of Israel, for he has glorified you." One, this isn't, I'm not finished, but one, I want y'all to understand like how powerful that is. Did you hear where he said, Behold, you shall call a nation that you do not know, and a nation that did not know you shall run to you? Did you hear that, y'all? Did you hear that? Because I want you to, I want us to understand this, that he said that you do not know. So if it's where we're delighting ourselves in him, and we are following him, and we're allowing ourselves to be led, right? And we're over here and we're just like, look, he's talking about come. Oh, you look, you have no money, no worries. Come here and eat. Come here to your father, because all I want to do is provide for you, right? And you allow yourself to do this. He's like, look, I'm making you a promise. I'm going to be here like I did with David. I'm going to love you like I did David, right? And what's going to happen is so much more than what you currently know is going to unfold in your life, and is going to happen in your life. But it comes with letting go. It comes with letting go and coming towards me and saying, look, your will, not mine. That's what it comes with. But you will, and this is one thing that somebody said to me, and it has stuck with me since she has said it to me. And she said, you you will gain so much by letting go. You will be surprised at what comes and what you get and what you gain when you let go. And this is what I want y'all to tell y'all. Like, you will gain what it is that you didn't even know was possible when you let go, when you just allow yourself to be led, when you say, you know what, my journey doesn't have to reflect somebody else's journey. Matter of fact, I know that it probably won't, because I am unique. The things that I need to work on may not be the same things that you need to work on. The things that I'm gifted in may not be the same things that you're gifted in. Even though we're playing in the same arena, it doesn't mean that my journey is going to reflect yours, and vice versa. It's not going to be the same. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay that you got your bag by going out and pushing marketing and doing the things that you need to do. But I'm told that I'm supposed to relax. I'm told that in this season, I'm supposed to be enjoying myself. I'm told that in this season, I'm not supposed to be out there pushing myself and pushing my business. I'm told I'm supposed to be chilling. So that's how I'm going to get my bag. But hey, more power to you. As long as you are following what it is that you're supposed to be doing, it doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what it feels like. It doesn't matter what you think is going to come from it. It doesn't matter. You got to know that this thing is set in stone. This vision that I was given, this thing that I'm desiring, this thing that I'm asking for, this is set in stone. So now that it's set in stone, I can release all the other stuff, the hows, the wins, I don't matter. That doesn't matter. Now my focus is on you and where it is that you're leading me. Where are you leading me? Where do I need to go? Okay, you telling me to talk to this person? Cool, I'm gonna talk to this person. You telling me to go to this conference and you know good and well the funds ain't there in my bank account? Cool, I'm gonna go because I trust you. I trust you over myself. I trust you over what I think. What I think I need, because what I think I need a lot of times isn't what I actually need. And you know me better than I know myself. So because of that, I trust you. So here it is. So seek the Lord. I'm going to continue at verse 6. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return to the Lord, that he may have compassion on him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. And what I want you to know how many times abundant is mentioned in the Bible. Like, it's, if you don't think that you're supposed to be living in abundance, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that is your birthright. That is what you like: abundant love, abundant peace, abundant, like everything. Okay, that is what you're supposed to be living in. So if you're not feeling it, if you're not feeling the peace, if you're not feeling the joy, if you're not feeling the happiness, I'm not talking about your situation. Like, stop allowing your situation to dictate how you feel. If you're not feeling those things, something's awry. Something's awry. So I'm gonna need you to get back. I'm gonna need you to get back to center, right? So this is something that you're supposed to be feeling. So for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain and the snow come down from heaven and do not return there, but water the earth, making it bring forth and sprout, giving seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goes out from my mouth. It shall not return. Y'all, this is so heavy. It shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose, and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent. Look, I don't even know. Like when I was reading this, like my mouth just dropped, like my jaw just dropped, because here it is right here. Like why sometimes it is where what we're being led to do does not seem to match up with where we want to go. It's like, how does that even connect? Why am I over here doing this when you know we need money? You know I'm trying to be an actress. You know I'm trying to be on stage. You know I'm trying to get that Grammy. You know, whatever it is that you have, it doesn't seem like it's connecting. And you're like, this doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to do the things that my business coach is telling me to do. I'm going to do the things that I think I should be doing. I'm going to do the things that, look, YouTube is telling me to do this. Or this book that I read seems to know, like, this person is a billionaire, right? So I'm going to follow his lead and I'm going to do the things that he's telling me to do. This is what he's specifically saying. My words, my thoughts are not your thoughts. Like that is what this is it. We don't think on the same plane. We don't think and we don't act on the same playing field right now, right? So I am telling you that my thoughts are higher than yours. And we've been there, right? Where God just like shows out. Like we thought we wanted something, and that he comes and he just like destroys what we thought and brings us something totally different. I know I had that in my life with my husband. I thought I knew what I wanted, and it's like I know I want, a guy that's funny, that's this, that has a good foundation, that, like treats me well. And so I had a whole list of things that I wanted, right? And I thought that that was good. That was good. Like, that's all I need. That's all I need. I'm good. That's what I prayed over. And I'm like, look, I know that you got me. So then he comes with my husband, and my husband is 100 times better than what I put on that list. I could not even have dreamt up my husband. I couldn't have sat there and thought about all of the qualities that he brings and all of the ways that he makes me better. I couldn't have thought that. So God comes and he knocks my socks off there. Why do I think that this isn't going to happen in other areas, that I just allow him to do it? This is what he's saying. Mine is higher than yours. I have plans for you that you can't even comprehend right now, that you think are so far beyond your league that you aren't even trying for it. But I know that you want this stuff, and I want to give you that. So I'm telling you, let me knock your socks off. Let me bless you abundantly like I want to. And I want you to just fall back. Just fall back. Allow me to work, because right now you're too in the scenes. You're too out there. You're doing the things based on your thinking, and you're playing low. You're playing safe. You're playing in a box. And because you are doing that, you're boxing me in, God in, and he's not able to do what it is that he wants to do in your life. So then you're sitting there saying, "Oh my gosh, why is this not working out? Why is this not happening?" Because you're doing the things that you think you should do rather than seeking what you should actually do. That's why you're in your own way. So it's time for you to move out the way and understand that, look, honey, I know you're smart, right? I know you went to school. I know that you got good schooling. I know that you have great parents. I know that you have a great, mentor. I know that you have a great coach. I know that you paid a lot of money for this coach. I know you did, but it's okay. You've got to understand that even though you're smart, even though you went to school, even though you have the best business coach, even though you have mentors, even though you have great parents, that still does not equate to what God's guidance can do for you and do in your life. So even though you have those things, you can have your team. You can, I know, hold up, y'all. I don't know how that happened. That's why you have multiples. All right, that's why you have multiples. I don't know what happened. See, it was getting too good. But even though you have those things, even though that's okay, that's all right. You've got your advisors. You have your advisors for a reason, right? So now we have those advisors, but we know the top advisor, and we're gonna take his advice over all of them, including ourselves. So this is the thing that he's trying to tell you, right? So it's higher. It's higher than what you even can expect and what you even are thinking in your mind right now. Like, I want to blow your socks off. Just let me. And then here it is, that this was the powerful part, right? When he's talking about, when he's saying like the rain, right? The rain, the snow, they come down, right? It comes down, but they accomplish the purpose. It's not where it comes down and then it goes back and it hasn't done anything, right? It's just like, okay, so why do we get rain if it's still a drought out here? Like, it's not doing anything. No, the rain and the snow come and they accomplish a purpose. They are sitting there giving to the plants and to our grass and to the trees and everything else, and it's allowing us to be able to now eat and to be like, it accomplishes a major purpose. And so what he's saying is that, look, just like that, the words that I speak and the things that come out of my mouth and the things that I am telling you to do and where I'm guiding you, trust and believe I am guiding you there for a reason. I'm telling you to go to that conference for a reason. And I'm telling you, I don't just say things for no reason. I'm not saying something for it to just fall and for it to not go anywhere. I am saying this because I know how to connect the dots. I am the dot connector. I know what to expect. I know what is next. So when I'm leading you, you can trust me that you are going in the right direction, even though it may not match what you thought, even though it may seem so far away from what it is that you want or the ultimate goal. It doesn't matter. Understand that I am not telling you this in vain. And so shall my word be that goes out from my mouth. It shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose, and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it. That goal, that vision, that is the thing. That is the thing that is going to be purposed if you allow him to lead you. That is what he's saying. I'm not giving you guidance. I'm not telling you where to go for no reason. Like, I have this purpose for you. I withhold no good from you. I want you to have it all, and I want you to have it all abundantly. But I'm gonna need you to get out the way. I'm gonna need you to get out the way. And understand that I'm not just speaking just for my own good. Like, I'm not just doing this. I'm doing it for your good. So can you trust me enough to be able to now follow me? Follow my lead, follow my guidance. This is what I need from you. So then it continues. So it's verse 12 that I'm on, and it's only 13 verses in the whole chapter. So for you shall go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and the hills before you shall break forth into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Instead of the thorn shall come up the cypress. Instead of the briar shall come up the myrtle. It shall make a name for the Lord, an everlasting sign that shall not be cut off. Y'all. So first of all, I want to break down, for you shall go out in what? In joy. I'm gonna put this up here so y'all don't just see my forehead. But for you shall go out in joy and be led forth in peace. This is why I'm gonna bring it back to what I said. If you're not experiencing joy and peace, you need to check yourself. What is it that you can now switch? Where have you dropped off the boat? Where have you dropped off the train? And you need to get back on, because this is the thing, that when you're doing this, and this is how it's set up, when you're doing this and you're allowing yourself to be led, you're allowing yourself to be guided, and you're just, you look, I'm here, and you're following it and putting away what it is that you feel, what it is that you think, how you thought things should happen. You're letting go of the outcome. This is what happens. He says, so then you're going to go out in joy and peace. This is when I say, when you try to do things your own way, you cause the disruption. You don't experience that peace. You aren't, and if you do, it's like little droplets, right? It's not just the peace that surpasses understanding, that comes when you do this. This is what, like, when you have peace in the middle of not having money coming in, when you have peace in the middle of, I'm checking my bank account and do we even have enough? You'll have peace when you get let go of your job. You have peace even when these things are happening, even though your circumstance isn't matching up to what you thought or what you would even want. You still have peace, and you can still go forward in joy. But this is where it's at. He's telling you, like, when people talk about this, like, people always, like, in the business world, right? When people are on their lives and they're giving out stuff, or they're on YouTube and they're like, yo, they're giving out all the game. This is free game. You got free game right here that a lot of us aren't taking advantage of. He's telling you the game. He's telling you what to do to achieve these things. And we're like, nah, that's too easy. That can't possibly get me to where I want to be. No. It has to be painful. it has to be hard. Like, this is just, no, get guidance. God isn't going to give me guidance of everything that I should be doing. Like, no, that's why you have books. Okay, yes, that is why you have books, to figure out what you can do. You want to be educated on what it is that you can do, but you want to seek what you should do. This is how you get that joy. This is how you get that peace. It's right here. It's right here. And then there you go. Instead of the thorn shall come up the cypress. Instead of where you doing and acting on your own accord, where you're going to be getting hit by thorns and then getting gashes because you're falling in those. It's like, no, 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 no. Instead of that, I'm going to put something else there that's not going to be prickly, that's not going to harm you. I got you. I got you. Just let me do this. Move out the way. Get out of your own way. This is what it's saying. This is what it's saying. So you got the game. There is the game. We want it to be where we're able to let go. We're able to let go. And we are in that space of where we understand what that means. When I'm saying letting go, it doesn't mean letting go of what it is that you actually want. And that's what I thought at first. It was like, okay, so I make this go, and then now I got to detach myself from the go. Like, I actually don't want it, right? So I want to be able to be financially wealthy or whatever, right? I want that. I want to be financially stable. I want to be debt free. I want to be this. I want to be that. So then I'm supposed to let go of it like I don't want it. Like, that's not true to what I'm saying. So I didn't get it for a while, but it's not letting go of the actual goal. It's not letting go of what it is that you desire. It's no, you're sticking to that. That literally, you can have it up there. You can have it up there. You can look at it every day. I don't care. You can look it up every day. But when you look at it every day, I want you to say, you know what? Thank you for allowing this to happen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you that you're guiding me in the right direction. Thank you that I'm open and willing to listen to you. Thank you that I'm taking heed to your guidance. Thank you that you just got everything in control. That's what I want you to see when you look at that, not waking up and looking at it and saying, God, dog, what else do I need to do? No, I knew I should have done this. Like, I need to get out there and do, and you're making plans by yourself. That's what we don't do. So it's nothing wrong with the goal. It's nothing wrong with you actually having that thing that it is that you want to do and you want to become and you want to achieve. That's good. God encourages goals. What? Make the vision, write the vision and make it plain, right? That he wants you to do that. But he also wants you to know that it's not just you in this. We in this together. And in fact, if you let me guide you, I will do that in the best way possible, better than you could have ever done. And you will be able to avoid some of the obstacles, some of the pain that you would have endured had you done it your own way. And then not only that, you will have peace and joy while you're going through it. It doesn't get any better than that, man. It doesn't get better than that. But that is wrapped up in you letting go. That's wrapped up in you letting go. So I saw a few, and I saw one that popped up, and I wanted to address it, but this isn't it. But I'm just going to go through some of them. Ask, and it shall be given according to his will. Sometimes we forget that second part. Sometimes we forget that second part, and that goes to everything that I've talked about. Like, we've got to understand that it doesn't mean that when you establish that goal and you say that this is your desire, you say that this is something that you want, then it does not mean that things are going to play out exactly how you think that they should. That's the part of letting go. That's what we were just talking about. That is the art of letting go. Of you saying, okay, well, I know that this thing is going to happen, and however it happens, it's fine with me. It's fine. It's fine. I know that it's either going to be this or something better. So I'm open myself for all possibilities. I'm not limiting myself for what it is that I think I want, because I know you know what I really, really want, and you know what I really need. So I trust you in that. I trust you that you're going to bring it. So, good morning. I'm so glad that you guys joined me today. Oh, yes. I love an on-time word. I'm glad that was something that you needed to hear. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And so this was the one, Miss look, Dawn, Lord, give me peace. My marriage is troubled and I'm not sure if I want to stay. Look, one, Dawn, if you're still on here, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. So let's arrange a time and day to do that. Okay. So I know that you're saying you have to let go. You have to let go. There are things that there's some things that I want to talk to you about, right? I want to talk to you and I want to be a safe space for you and just support you. Okay. So I know what that I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like, and I want to be there for you. So I know this is weird because I'm talking to everybody, but Don, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. Okay. Um, and so this is how I'm gonna end, y'all. I really want y'all to know, um, I want y'all to understand the the importance of letting go. We really need to understand at a foundational level, and this is what I meant earlier, right? Of like, for me, I need to like really understand it. So I can't just understand like just the knowledge of just like, okay, I understand. I know to let go. I know I need to let go. I know that's where I was, of just like, I know that that's something that I need to do. I know I need to detach from the outcome, but my thing was always how do I do that? That don't I mean, like, how? And so what I was thinking, I told you, is that I had to abandon the goal and act like that wasn't actually something that I wanted. But that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. And so I want you to understand it. Now I have a different level of understanding of letting go. And I'm actually applying it in my life. As you can see, I went to Miami, right? And this isn't the first time that I've acted off of this. But now it's becoming more of a habit of where, oh, you're telling me to do something? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I already know you're not going to lead me somewhere that is bad for me. You're not going to lead me astray. You've already made multiple promises. You know what you're doing. And I trust you. You've shown time and time again how you work things out. I'm done. When I told y'all I give up on pushing my own agenda. I give up. I'm done with it. I don't do that anymore. I don't fight. I'm not resisting. I am not doing, I'm not. I'm not. And I want you to get to the same place of where you just throw your hands up, get tired. If you're done, you're done. You're done moving around in circles. You tired of seeing the same scenery. We done. We over this. So I want you to know this and understand this in a foundational level, in a level where you can now take it and apply it in your life. That's what I want. So if you have any questions or if there's something that's still ringing in your ear, just like, okay, I understand from your point of view and I understand from your situation, like how you let go and what you did and how you put this into practice, but I'm having a hard time with how I do it. How do I do this? Let me know. Let me know, and we will arrange a time and day to talk, right? Because I want us to get this. And I want us to realize that a lot of times it's us. Actually, not a lot of times, all the time it is us. It's us being in our own way. And we may be thinking that it's somebody else or some circumstance or it's this, that, and the other. It's because my boss is in, is on my back and is trying to get me fired and this, that, and the other. We may attribute it to a host of other things outside of us, but if we really dial back and start uncovering the layers, you'll realize that it's actually you and it's you holding yourself back. So I want you to get out of your own way. And if you have problems with doing that, you don't know how, then contact me. Let me know. So on that note, I'm going to let y'all go. Okay. I want you to digest this. And if you need to, run it back, however you need to. Because I know for me, I need to hear things a couple times for it to really sink in. So if you have to, do it. But start letting go. Start implementing this. Start doing small things of where you're able to let go of small things. Okay. But start. Start somewhere and start today. Okay. So with that said, we're gonna be back next week. All right. We're gonna be back next week, same time, same day, Wednesday, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I do believe, yeah, I don't want to say that, but I'm going to post another video, hopefully in between this time, of just really talking about what happened there and how this actually occurred and how I knew that this was happening while it was happening. And so I will try to give as much detail so then we can take this stuff and apply it in our own lives. That's why I share this. That's why I'm so open about what's going on, because I want you to have something tangible to say, okay, so in her life, she did this. So I can take it to my situation, and you make it however you want to make it, and you apply it to your situation. We all can do this. This is how we help each other. This is what we are. We are a community, okay, of people who are not settling. We don't settle. We don't settle. I have never in my life settled, and I'm not settling now. I don't plan to ever start. So this is the same thing with you, honey. I know you don't settle, and we don't settle, because this is why you're in this community. We don't settle. So we are on a journey to becoming our highest and best self, and we would demand the best for ourselves and everyone else around us. That's what we demand, excellence. So this is who we are. And this is why y'all are, this is why you're my community. This is why we are together. This is why, and this is what we're helping each other do. All right. So this is what I want us to continue to do. Lean on each other. I want us to learn from each other, share our lessons, right? So we can implement those and we can become better. This is all I want. This is all I want. So with that said, I'm done. I'm done. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being a part of this and supporting me. And thank you guys. Just thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to get on anything. Thank you. That's it. So I will see y'all next week. Okay. Same time, same day. All right. Remember that. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.